Hi guys, I'm Manu and welcome to another episode of Sweet Money. Making it in life is not about getting a good education or having a good job, a good business, and a whole bunch of passive income. It's about being a man that people want to be around. And if you can become that man, your success will grow exponentially. I hang around a lot of students in private colleges. I spend some time with them. I'm part of this quasi-volunteer program, I guess. And I've got 3 boys of my own. 2 of them were snatched away from me during my divorce. I won't get into details of it, but maybe one day, if I'm in a FU type of mood, I might spill my beans. And in the course of my business, I have seen a lot of young budding entrepreneurs and seeing how they behave and they act. Hiring interns. I've actually probably fired more interns than hired interns. So I've seen how they act as well. And putting all these different pieces together has been very educational for me on a personal level. And also after my divorce, when I was dating, I actually got to meet a lot of women, and a very common complaint was they would always say, it feels like we're dating a child. And I never knew what they meant in the beginning. I thought they're just being mean and condescending. But as I put the pieces together, it started to make more sense. So let's talk about the 11 things every father needs to teach their son effective immediately. It should be every father's goal that their son becomes a better version of them. So as soon as your son starts to walk, I want you to start teaching the fundamentals of hygiene. It's amazing how many men I see walk into the washroom, do their business, and walk right back out as if nothing has happened. And sometimes these guys go to the bathroom, walk out, and they kind of run their hand under the water, pretending to wash their hands when really they're not doing anything. So we want men who have proper hygiene, proper grooming, their hair, their beard, the way they dress, their clothes have to be fitted, clean clothes, nails clipped, and of course, that daily shower. I vividly remember how some guys back in the corporate world would come to work and the hair in the back of their head would be sticking up. You'd see like 10 strands of hair shooting straight up. And you knew right away, these guys got up in the morning, had their coffee, and came straight to work. We know they didn't shower, and it's quite questionable whether or not they even bothered brushing their teeth. On your son's 4th birthday, he should be able to count till 20. And this is when you teach him adding and subtracting money. He should be learning the concepts of saving, the concepts of opportunity cost, and teaching them about budgeting and the fact that once money has left your pocket, it's not coming back. Let them develop a positive relationship with money. So further down in life, they will not be mired in debt because they want to buy every shiny thing they see. On your son's 5th birthday, start to teach him how to throw a ball, catch a ball, swing a racket, swing a bat, swim, ride a bike, get those training wheels off. If you do spend time with him, spend time outside. If you're inside, it's got to be inside because you're hitting the gym. Digitization has ripped us from our roots. We are part of the animal kingdom. We are happiest and most productive when we are outside. If these boys are not athletic, coordinated, and strong, they will be left behind in the corporate world. The pendulum is swinging back to its normal state. It's now become ultra competitive. 100 men are now chasing one slice of bread. The soft, feminine, fragile, introverted yes man will be left behind in the rat race. The women in media have manipulated us into being something we are not. And now when the media and women look at us, they're disgusted by the creation that they have created themselves. Several generations of men have been ruined, but now it's time to get back into beast mode. On your son's 6th birthday, start to enforce the importance of social and emotional intelligence. When to speak, when not to speak, manners, how to control your emotions, when to correct someone, when not to correct someone. Table manners, how to hold a fork, how to hold a spoon, how to hold a knife. Teach them to look at a person in their eye when you speak to them and not on their phone. But most importantly, teach them about compassion, making positive contributions to society, the art of giving instead of taking, being in tune with one's emotions. Teach them the art of sharing, the importance of loving and having a moral compass. Okay, guys, listen. After your son's 7th birthday, no more play dates. Let me explain. Let your son develop social skills. In the outside world, when they step out, mommy and daddy will not be there to create these fake environments for them. They have to learn how to survive, how to make friends, how to socialize, how to become popular, how to avoid bullies, how to avoid people that they don't feel comfortable around, how to gravitate towards those they do feel comfortable with. And these are social skills that cannot be learned in a controlled environment where you are being forced to play with a select number of kids. Let your son get into fist fights. Let him scrape his elbows. Let him fall off that bike. Let him get body checked into the board. Let him fall down and let him stand up on his own. All you have to do is watch from a distance and hope for the best. You have to hone these skills. It's reinforcement, and then throughout life, reinforce these teachings. It's not a one-time lesson. As a parent, as a father, it's your job to have that watchful eye and always reinforce when required. On your son's 13th birthday, teach him about compounding interest, dividends, interest, capital gains, employment income, business income, passive income. Open up a portfolio for your son. Let him manage it. Let him see how mistakes can hurt you and how wise decisions can help you gain financial success. This one's really important. Now, coming from an Indian background, certain subjects were taboo in my house. Things have changed over the years, but as a young kid, this was a big no-no. But on your son's 17th birthday, I want you to teach them to never ever chase women. Teach him to chase his dream, chase success, to set goals, and then put a roadmap in front of him as to how he will achieve those goals. I said to you earlier to have a watchful eye over your son and reinforce these points when the opportunity arises. But this point that I'm talking about right now, reinforce it every 6 months and reinforce it with a lot of vigor. There's this dialogue from a very popular Bollywood movie, and it translates into
ओए सदमे लड़की के पीछे भागेगा लड़की पैसा लेके भागेगी पैसे के पीछे भागेगा लड़की तेरे पीछे भागेगी.
If you chase women, woman will take your money and run. If you chase money, woman will chase you. After a lot of bro talk, I'm going to share a secret. And the women listening, this might come as news to you. Now, what I'm about to say, all men will agree with me 100%. And if one of you do not agree with me, let me know in the comments section, and I would love to have this conversation with you. On your son's 18th birthday, teach him it is impossible to make his girlfriend or his future wife happy. Therefore, don't even bother trying. And the proof is in the pudding. 75% of all divorces are initiated by women. And like I said, don't try, because trying will lead to resentment. Resentment will lead to frustration. Frustration leads to anger, and anger leads to fights and disputes. And by the way, in every fight and every dispute, dude, you're losing. And look, let's call a spade a spade. Men are protectors. They're for courts, society, the woman's friends, family. Everyone will side with her. You will be left alone with a couple of cronies who are just as miserable as you to back you up. Okay? So what you have to do is just do what makes you happy. Do not go above and beyond. Stay in your lane. Don't step out of your boundaries. And as Russell Peters said,
be a man. Do the right thing.
When it comes to your lady, do what makes you happy and not what you think will make your lady happy. And I'm getting this feeling that men are getting teary-eyed, their lips are probably quivering, and there's probably snot starting to run down their noses. But listen, Brother Manu has been through the school of hard knocks, so I've got your back. As soon as you realize your son's natural ability, it's time for you to hone on it, nurture it, develop it, and let him prosper with it. And good sir, do not impose your dreams on your son. Just because you sucked at hockey doesn't mean your son has to now go play in the NHL. Teach him, guide him, on how he can monetize his natural skills and abilities. If he turns his passion into his source of living, he will live a very fulfilling life. He'll enjoy getting up in the morning. He will enjoy life and those around him. Do not buy your son a phone or data plan. He has to get a job and buy his own. Do not buy your son a car. He has to get a job and buy his own. Do not pay for your son's Cancun trip during spring break. He has to get a job and buy his own. Do not pay for your son's education. He has to get a job, take loans, get scholarships. Do not pay for your child's down payment on a house. Let them live with you and save. And if living with you is so torturous, then little Johnny has to go into beast mode and compound his income as quickly as possible. Look, guys, we have enough entitled, spoiled, lazy, whiny, soft men. We do not need any more. Look, guys, a father's job is not just to teach, but it's also to have a bit of fun, all right? So on his 19th birthday, I want the two of you to take a trip. And what you're going to do during this trip is you're going to tell him to go approach random women. Let him conquer his fears of starting a conversation with a random stranger of the opposite sex. Let him learn how to lead. Let him learn how to develop leadership skills. Let him learn how to deal with rejection. Let him learn how to rebuttal. And let him learn how to deal with adversity and come out of it better and stronger than before. At the end of the day, let him be a man. And remember, it all starts with a simple conversation.